Good morning, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 1036 Northeast 104th Avenue, Unit B here in Portland. We're located at the front of the house. Just in front of the door here we have a 3-inch ABS cleanout as our point of access. We're going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We do have water currently running. We'll zero out. It's going to be a very, very short section of pipe, like probably 3 or 4 feet, and then we'll turn around and go backwards. This is a shared line. I was actually out here the other day scoping Unit C. There are bellies in the line. Much of them are beyond the point where the lines are shared, which is generally an HOA issue. But right there, that's the Y connection. You drop into the main line, and we move up here a little ways. There's a belly up here I recommended a repair on the other unit. Again, this is in the shared part of the line, so this should not be solely the responsibility of any one unit. It should be an HOA issue. But here's this belly we're going through right now, and that's where the Unit A ties into the sewer line right there. So that belly I did recommend a repair on, but again, that's at the shared point in the sewer line. Everything else beyond that, there were some other minor bellies. They were starting to get a fair distance out from the house, and once they're out of ways, I generally don't recommend repairs unless they are really, really significant. The likelihood of backing up from a belly a great distance from the home is quite low because of head pressure. So anyhow, we're going to locate, or in fact, we don't need to locate. I know right where the line's at, but we're going to shut the water off here and let the whole line drain out. And then we'll flip the camera around and go backwards and try and scope the entire main trunk line inside the house. All right, our line here should be fully drained at this point. So no issues going towards the tie-in there. There we go, finally got it. Alright, now going backwards into the home. We'll go as far back into here as we possibly can. And there's about a 1/4 inch thick grease buildup in the flow line. That's all that junk you see on either side. You can see how the flow line is nice and clean plastic, and on either side you've got all that buildup. I would recommend cleaning this line to degrease it. Most of that looks like grease buildup. You can see it, the camera scraping it up there. And then most of it stops because the kitchen sink drain ties in somewhere around that point, and then all of a sudden it dissipates out, it looks like. Oh, no, there it is again. You got more grease there. Alright, that's as far as we're going to go there. Just in front of the camera, you can see that white spot at the end of the line there. That's a knockout plate for the clean out at the very back end of the sewer line. So that is the end of the trunk line there going through the house. The line itself here appears to be in good condition. There is some significant grease buildup in the line, which I would highly recommend cleaning out of it. And then try not to put bacon grease and cooking oil down your sink, and that stuff will not recur. But what it ends up doing is it create, you know, the bottom of a nice plastic pipe is hard and smooth, so stuff flows through it nicely. When you get the grease buildup in there, the flow line becomes very sticky and soft, and debris hangs up in it quite easily, especially items that really aren't intended to go down the line. Paper towels, tampons, things like that will stick very easily to that stuff and then start building up on you. Toilet paper will do the same thing. Toilet paper at least breaks down on its own, but I've still seen plenty of toilet paper blockages associated with grease buildup. There is quite a lot of it in here. But the line itself here is looking good. There's no standing water in the line. And all the pipe here appears to be in good shape. So the line is functioning it's functioning at this time, but draining slower than it should due to the grease buildup. Once the line has been cleaned out, it should have proper flow at that point. And I would make sure a rescope is done after any drain cleaning work to show the work. And then I would also check into, like I said before, you've got bellies out beyond the shared part of the line. But that becomes an HOA issue, so you'd have to get a hold of them and see how that all works out there. And again, a lot of bellies that are further out from the house, in my opinion, are not, in most cases, not terribly repair worthy. That's, of course, unless they're massively significant. The bellies that are beyond that Y connection over there, you know, they're hovering around a half to an inch of standing water, which is significant if it's up close to the house. When it's far away from the home, you have something called head pressure. When you block up at, let's say, 70, 80 feet out from the house, you have to fill up 70 to 80 feet of pipe before you're even back to the foundation wall. One, that length of pipe insulates you, in many cases, from the backup actually reaching the home. But two, it creates head pressure. You get all this water weight and pressure being put on the blockage. In a lot of cases, that head pressure just pushes things right on through. That's assuming your blockage is not made of paper towels and things that should not go down the line.